Hey friends, how you doing? Welcome back or welcome to my channel. If you are new here, I am the Transpondster and today we are hanging out in Create a Sim. I have been creating more Sims lately, more than usual. I am definitely more of a builder, but I have really been enjoying the less of a commitment that I have to make Sims, just time wise. Sometimes it takes me a couple days to finish a build, so it's just been nice knowing that I can finish making a couple Sims in an hour, maybe two if it's a really big family. But yeah, it's just been a little more relaxing, I guess, a different pace for me. This sim here is actually going to be an elder sim, and she's going to be the matriarch of the family that we're creating today. It's going to be a pretty large family, and it's going to technically be split up into three separate households. So this here is Miriam. She is the mother slash grandmother. She is going to be married to Mihail, her husband. They're of Macedonian and oh shoot, I can't remember the other background that I picked. Oh, Moldovan. So she is going to be Moldovan, and I hope I'm saying that right. And he is going to be Macedonian. And then together they're going to have two boys, one adult son and one young adult son. And the adult son is going to be married with two boys himself. I'm second guessing that. I want to say one of them might actually be a daughter. So there's going to be two sons to Miriam and Mihail, and then two grandkids, a boy and I believe a girl. One is a child sim and the other is a toddler. I believe that the granddaughter is the youngest, the toddler. And then this older couple here, they're going to have a little, oh, I want to say Boston Terrier. I made them. And they're going to be living in the double shotgun house that I built for Willow Creek recently on my channel. It's actually a rental unit. There's two houses side by side. It's a duplex, so they're going to live in the one side, and it is a 3-bedroom, 2-bathroom apartment with laundry and a cute little front yard. So they've got more than enough space to have the grandkids spend the night, or even the whole family could stay over for like Christmas. There's couches to sleep on. There's a spare bedroom with a queen size, or I should say a double bed, that the couple can sleep in, and then the single son could always just make home on the couch for the night for the holidays. Miriam here is going to be your typical grandmother figure. She's going to like baking and, the arts and crafts, the homemaking hobbies. She is going to be the grandma that reads stories and tells stories of back in the day and walking over a hill both ways to school, which, might I add, I will be able to say one day because I did walk over a hill both ways to school in high school. Just the way my city is, it's a pretty hilly city, so I had to literally walk over like 2 hills on my 30-minute walk to school. So you bet I'm going to pull that out of my back pocket one day. And yeah, my kid's gonna be like, come on, no you didn't. Nobody actually does, because how is that even possible? But it is, I'm telling you. This here is Mihail. He is Miriam's husband. How I actually do this, I like to create them as adults or young adults so that I get a good feel how their facial structure was before old age hit them in full throttle as an elderly sim, because things get wrinkly and droopy a little bit. So I just find it easier if I'm really going for a certain look to do it this way, especially when I want to get genetics involved, which I do when it comes to their sons. So that's why you see me start off with younger Sims and then age them up when it comes to doing their outfits, because of course I want those outfits to be suitable for their elder frames, which I find that not all shirts and swatches work the same. And it's the same when it comes to the different weights of Sims. I find that some heavier set Sims look really wonky in some certain clothes, and it's no fault of their own. It's the meshing of the actual clothing item and the graphics in the game just not working well. And it's a little disappointing, but I guess I kind of understand that they're kind of designing it for a base model and then tweaking it to adjust to that base model as that base model adjusts. I don't know. I'm not a game developer, nor will I ever be, as much as I was good at computer coding back in my teenage days. I don't have the time to dedicate to relearn all of that. And if one day I'm making money off of my Sims videos, maybe I'll dedicate the time to learn how to make CC or even mods, because I'm not lying, guys. I think I have it in me to do one day way, 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 way into the future when I maybe don't work a full-time job and have a toddler that keeps me on my toes all day, every day. How I'm sitting here making YouTube content is beyond me, but I do get it done. We are moving on to the first of the two children. This is going to be the one with the wife and two kids. I really like his vibe, honestly. I just shuffled until I got some genetics that I liked, and I don't really change anything other than this Sims clothes. I keep his hairstyle and I keep his facial hair. Male Sims, it's a little easier to do something like that with, whereas female Sims, I find that the luck of the draw, you don't usually get the good facial structure, skin tone, hairstyle, and makeup all in one randomization. But on the times that you do, wow, does it feel like you've won the lottery. Yeah, not that I know what winning the lottery feels like. This Sim, I really went for the dad vibes. His dad was very much a working man, here for building a good foundation for his family. You might not think so, given that they do live in the lower income area of Willow Creek, and they don't own, they do in fact rent their home. But I'm not looking down on that, because maybe to them it made more sense to rent when they didn't know where life would take them throughout their years. And yeah, now that they've been renting so long in the same spot, their rent is locked in at this low cost that it just doesn't make sense to start a mortgage this late into their life. So they're just going to keep happily renting along until, time tells, and I'll leave it at that before we get too morbid. I toyed with making a sister here, but I really wanted this to be a boy family, and I do make this brother bisexual, so there is that neat little factor. This is going to be more of the bachelor brother, whereas the older brother, he's an adult, he's married, he's settled down in life, he went the career path that he kind of always was geared towards, whereas this brother is more the, I don't want to say black sheep of the family, because he is very much loved by the rest of the family, but just a little offbeat from the rest of them. He is more into staying out late, hanging out at the bar, getting whatever he can get in the bedroom. And he's a little bit more of a goofball. He's working towards a career in comedy, maybe one day. He took the funny bone after his dad, because I do make the grandfather of this family a goofball as well, because who doesn't love a good old goofy grandpa? goofy grandpas are so fun. My grandpa is a little bit of a goofy grandpa, but he's also a really quiet grandpa. So you don't expect the goofiness. And then he just has these really awesome one-liners and jokes here and there that you just go, did he really just say that? And it's hilarious. I love my grandpa. But yeah. This here is the one relative not related by blood. This is the wife. So she is family. She's just married in of the eldest son. I believe his name is Elijah, and I cannot for the life of me remember her name right now, but she is of Japanese descent, whereas the rest of the family is very much Eastern European. So I just called this a Eastern European family, but obviously the sim does not fall into that category. However, her children technically are part Eastern European. It was just easier to generalize here. I am really loving, I know I said it in a previous creation video, but the baby hairs on these new hairstyles, it just, the attention to detail ties it together. Makes me feel like I have CC without having CC. You know what I mean? Same with the eyelashes. I know they're a little wonky looking sometimes, but I just use the really basic ones that come with base game, and I try and steer clear from the high school years ones because they look a little over the top for me. For the Sims style, I very much wanted her to be a polished kind of, I don't know, elegant woman, and so she has all the new clothings from one of the new kits. I want to say the Secret Sanctuary and the Business Chic kits I used on this sim, so that's where all of her outfits come from, with the exception of, I want to say, her hot weather wear. I do have to use a shirt from a different pack in there, so you'll see that when I get to the outfit flip throughs at the end, because I'm not gonna lie, I do forget to come back to it until I'm doing those outfit flip throughs, so you will see it in the finished product, but not until then. Well, her fashion sense kind of comes off as materialistic and snobby. She is very much good at heart. She wants to have a nice, loving family. She herself is a love bug and very generous at heart. Plus, she has a love for reading, which I want to say that the grandmother Miriam did as well. So that's like a nice little tie-in. I guess Elijah wanted a nice motherly figure to settle down with, which makes sense because he is the family guy out of the two brothers. This here is their first son. He's going to be a child sim, and then we'll be making his sister shortly after, followed by that Boston Terrier. I'm going to be really disappointed if it's not even a Boston Terrier at the end of this now, and if it's not, shame me in the comments. I deserve it. But yeah, his style is kind of, hip for a young boy, if I'm not lying. If I'm not lying? Is that even a right phrase? I can't even process that right now. I'm a little loopy, I guess. We are now making the daughter. Similarly to when I do elder sims, when I play with genetics, I tend to always look at teen or young adult sims, and then I adjust the age of them once I'm happy with the genetics, because it gives me a chance to see how the sim is going to age up. And yeah, I just kind of hope for the best and that I'm seeing what I'm going to get one day. She is absolutely adorable. I love the little pigtails. She loves the color red, and because her mom's got a nice posh style, she dresses her daughter very similarly. Lots of blacks and just bold colors, I'll say. I was right. We do make a Boston Terrier. I'm very pleased to say. Loyal is the trait that they automatically come with, but because he is going to an elder couple, I do make him a couch potato and friendly. Now we are getting to the outfit flip throughs. I hope you enjoyed hanging out with me while I created this very loving family, and hang around even more while I build the next 2 lots for the 2 sons to live in. And we've already built the grandparents' house, so we'll have to finish this up in some future videos. Don't forget to comment, like, subscribe. It all means so much, and it really helps me in that YouTube algorithm. Makes me feel like I've got some purpose here, I guess. So yeah, thank you for doing that, and most importantly, don't forget to have a wonderful rest of your day. Bye guys!